Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm TWK and welcome to TWK Reviews, where I review whatever is on my mind. And today we're finally going to talk about RetroMania Wrestling! Yes, it's finally here. Before we get to that, I gotta thank my Plus Ultra patrons, Bobber Castaneda of Bobber Reviews and Ricky Relic of whatever he feels like doing at the moment. I don't even think he's updated his YouTube channel in years. That's quite unfortunate. Anyways, the version I'm reviewing today is on the good old Nintendo Switch. Hey, yeah. Finally got a Switch review on this little channel, yeah. It's been a while, it's taken quite some time, but hey, better late than never. Also, before we begin, gotta plug my buddy Greg's book, New World Greg Haynes, Amazon.com. It's got all the people talking about it, at least those that read it. When you read it, you're gonna want to talk about it. Yes, maybe, I don't know. Find out for yourself by buying it. Now then, with all that being said, let's roll that intro.
So toxic, so teach me and preach to me. This time I'm asking, oh, won't you show me just how you act so fucking miserably?
RetroMania Wrestling is an arcade-style wrestling game developed and published by RetroSoft Studio and is currently out for Xbox, Steam, and Switch, with a PS4 port coming very soon. To say that RetroSoft stuck the landing here would be an extreme understatement. Everything from the gameplay, music, and presentation reeks of retro arcade goodness. First, let's check out that gameplay. It's kinda like Fire Pro, surprisingly enough, but with a quicker pace and more button mashing and no fatigue system to worry about. The only thing that'll trip up new players is how executing finishers is done. First, fill up your momentum meter until it's flashing, then get your opponent in the right position and use the strong attack button. With grapples, you'll also have to hit right before hitting strong attack. Thankfully, they're all easy enough to perform. Matches will generally last about a minute, maybe two max, but that comes with the territory of a game like this. On the presentation side, we have chiptune entrances with repeating walk animations that make this look straight out of a SNES game. These devs could have easily have copped out here and used the wrestlers' actual themes, but the fact that they made their own renditions is super appreciated. Much like the in-ring introductions brought to us by Josh. So says Chernoff. The best intro, of course, goes to Warhorse.
Introducing first. This introduction will be in all caps. Weighing in at over 4,000 pounds of heavy metal, this is Warhorse.
Commentary is provided by Ian Riccaboni and classic cult Boom Boom Cabana. By the sheer fact of being better than 90% of WWE games commentary, it's already some of the best you'll hear in damn near any wrestling game. On top of that, the arena selection is quite vast. We've got classic 80s arena setting, a school, 3 beach venues, 2 NWA arenas, too many games, and hell, aka the best venue in the game. My favorite part of all these locations is how the crowd is animated with very few frames of animation. Really brings me back to my childhood. Speaking of bringing people back to their childhoods, the roster is a fantastic mixture of new and old, with 16 wrestlers in total, ranging from the Road Warriors, the Blue World Order, the Major Brothers, Nick Aldis, Tommy Dreamer, and Warhorse! Now for all the special modes, starting with 10 pounds of gold! What's this all about? Simple, just win a series of consecutive matches, then challenge Nick Aldis for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, but it doesn't end there. After that, you'll have to win more matches before defending against Aldis in the rematch. After each match, you'll see Hollywood Nova count down until your next match with the National Treasure. Why Hollywood Nova? I don't know, who cares, let's move on. And right before each match with Aldis, we actually get a pretty nice short and sweet promo from him.
Next challenger.
So, you want a challenge for the 10 pounds of gold? Well, guess what? When this is all said and done, you will know why I'm the national treasure and the real world's champion.
Overall, 10 pounds of gold isn't too deep of a mode, but it gets the job done and, like everything else, fits perfectly within this style of game. Next is Story Mode. Here we follow Johnny Retro as he makes his comeback from an injury brought about by that no-good rap bastard from Suzuki-gun, Zack Sabre Jr. It plays out kinda like a visual novel, which I am all for. You even get to make a few decisions every now and again. My favorite parts have to be the references to the wider world of wrestling that only diehards such as myself will probably get. An audience of few is still an audience. Plus, it shows that these people put their love and care not only for old school wrestling games into RetroMania, but their love of wrestling itself. The only downside is that it ends with a cliffhanger. Hopefully we get a part 2 eventually. That reminds me, we are getting some DLC wrestlers, and hopefully some arenas to boot. We'll love to see a Halloween and Winter arena. With the imagination of the wrestlers and the dev team, the sky is truly the limit with what they can conjure. The final mode we have to discuss is the Retro Rumble! Basically a Royal Rumble, both pinfalls and submissions as well. What makes this different from the other games is the preview of wrestlers about to make their entrances. Excellent touch. After finishing each of the previously stated modes, you'll get treated to a groovy credit sequence. Not sure why they put that at the end of 3 different modes, but if it makes sure that each of these people get their due credit, then I'm all for it. Anyways, that was RetroMania Wrestling! It cannot be overstated how much I love this game. Retrosoft Studio deserve a round of applause for fully committing to their vision. Everything from the gameplay, presentation, and modes adds to the arcade style that they were aiming for. I cannot recommend RetroMania Wrestling enough. Buy this game now! Not sure what I'm doing on you now, but just do it. Buy the fucking game! And that is the review. I'd like to thank my Class 1B patron, Mr. Casey, and more. Thank you so much for contributing. Thank you to everyone who's ever contributed to this channel. If you'd like to contribute, patreon.com/TWK reviews. Always optional, always appreciated. Also be sure to click that like button, and please tell me in the comment section what you think of RetroMania Wrestling. Because, yeah, I think like this is one game that I feel like might be flying over under some people's radars because I have a lot of friends on my Switch, and a lot of them that are also wrestling fans, yet so few of them have bought this game so far. Like, what are you waiting for? This game is excellent. Buy this game. Buy this game. It's on Switch, it's on Steam, it's on Xbox, it's gonna be on PlayStation by the time this video comes out probably, so just get this game. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it.
Yeah, you can't see me unless you got widescreen. Sucker, this sunny boner comes in 1080p. Only LCD is where I be. I got a 40-incher and I'm in HD. Oh yeah, I don't even rap, but here I am on the mic. I'm about to show you fellas that I am hella white. Take flight, hold tight to your fire for wife, or be left in the closet hanging around like Mike. Shit, snap too soon, let me get to the point. Joey fucking F&K, bustin' straight out the joint. Jailbird, golden turd, I don't care what you heard about otaku having sex with